This is Esther Baddorf, and we're excited to talk to Esther and to see her. It's been a whole year almost since I've seen her, so it's nice to see her on screen. I'd like to say hi to those who are already signing in, so that's great. I know that our consultants are also encouraged by hearing other consultants speak, and I've noticed that they're very quick to share these interviews and to comment on them. And I think it's really sweet that we're also trying to sharpen each other as well as our customers. So, thankful for that. So Esther, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you and your family.
Okay, my name is Esther Baddorf. I live in the Panhandle of Florida. We've been here about 7 years. I've homeschooled my kids from the beginning. My oldest will graduate this year. So it's been about 13 years. I also have taught in a classroom, and I substitute on occasion. So we stay very, very busy. But I have 5 boys. They're all 2 years apart. So after this year, we'll have somebody graduating every 2 years for the next 10 years, or I don't know, 8 years. So we've always used BJU Press for the kids. I have a teaching degree. I love teaching. I love my kids. I love BJU Press. So
let me ask you this, because you have your teaching degree and you've taught all that. Are you teaching parent-led anything at all, or have you taught parent-led at all, or are you using video courses, or what have you done so far in your homeschooling?
I started parent-led with my oldest until he was 4th grade. My next one coming up had some learning issues. He went through kindergarten twice. First time with me, second time I got the videos, and we love the kindergarten so much. I said, everybody's doing kindergarten if we do nothing else. So by then I was hooked, because I was like, this is so much easier. They've given me a gift of teachers coming in and teaching my children. And my oldest, once we got through 4th grade, he was like, Mom, everybody else gets to do it. Why can't I? So that's really do the videos. I have done a couple courses, parent-led, in high school. We did biblical worldview, and we did consumer math, because both of those are not on video at this time. And we did them as electives, and we did them together, and they were both really, really good experiences for us as a high school course. I do not feel very comfortable and confident teaching high school courses, and so I'm very thankful to have that help come along to get us through the high school time. So.
But that's also that last opportunity to be able to teach your child one-on-one. So it's kind of neat that you had that opportunity. And congratulations on just about getting your child graduated. I know that's a big deal. Tell me, has this pandemic situation altered your graduation plans?
Not at this time. We do the Academy of Home Education, and so the Academy of Home Education graduation's in June. So as of now, they're still going to have the ceremony. It's not been changed. So that has not changed any of that. It has changed how we do our everyday. We get to stay home and we don't do our extra activities, but my oldest does have a job. So very thankful.
Oh, wow. So tell us a little bit about the Academy of Home Education, because not everyone's really familiar with that. How does that work, and when did you enroll your kids in
that? Okay, the Academy of Home Education is a records keeping service provided through BJU Press Homeschool. And when we lived in New Mexico, my children were younger, and I did have them in there. I moved to Florida, and rules are a little different here, and I didn't pay for elementary, but once they hit 9th grade, I put them in the Academy of Home Education. It's a 4-year program. If you're going to put them in, the latest you can put them in is in 9th grade. And then at the end, you do get a transcript. They have a graduation. They get a diploma, and they provide the structure for your children to build that transcript. And they do require you to use all BJU Press, but they do require some additional electives, which are not, that they don't provide. So they do have a list for computer. They require a PE elective. My children are in Civil Air Patrol. We use that as an elective. So they give you lots of different options to build that transcript so that when they graduate, they actually do have a full transcript, and something that colleges will recognize, and they do have a diploma, which is really good too. One of the things that I've noticed, especially for my oldest, because we're uncharted territory for us getting him graduated, is he went for an ROTC scholarship. And before that, he was thinking Air Force Academy. But he backed away from that and said, I really want to go to Bob Jones University. And they accept the Air Force ROTC now. And he has received that scholarship based on his ACT scores. So that was really exciting to me, that the path we have taken has allowed him to learn what he needs to learn and get the high ACT scores. And that's really what ROTC looked at. They didn't even look at really what his transcript was. They didn't look at anything, because they're like, what is your ACT score and what have you participated in? So wow. Just putting that out there. I haven't seen where they really care what classes you've taken. It's more, can you make the score on the grade, and what outside activities have you participated in? So.
Well, it's interesting too, because every college is different. And so when people ask us for advice, they'll ask us about certain colleges, and we have to refer them back to, you need to find out what your college requires. The nice thing about the Academy of Home Education is they have people there who can help on your behalf.
Absolutely.
Which is great. So tell us a little bit about dual credit. Is that something that your son was able to do?
Yes, he did. He's taken 3. He took 1 last semester and 2 this semester, dual credit through Bob Jones University. It is very simple to use, as far as they have the format there, and the teachers are very helpful. And through the Academy of Home Education, I didn't say this, they have, once you're part of it, they have a bank that for every $2 you spend on your curriculum through BJU Press, you get $1 banked for Cash for College. And it can be used, to be used at Bob Jones University. This past semester, they actually opened it up so you can use that Cash for College for dual credit. So it doesn't have to be saved. Like if your child's not going to go to Bob Jones University, it can actually be used for dual credit through Bob Jones University. And so he was able to pay for 2 of his classes using that cash this time.
Wow.
So give you 50% off per credit hour as a dual credit high school student.
So if you would start earlier, you would start in elementary school, middle school, that Cash for College would start building up.
Yes, and you only have to have one of your kids in the Academy of Home Education to start building it up, but it'll count for all the money you spend. So for instance, because I waited, I had them in elementary school doing it, but then once we got to high school, as long as I had that one child in there, the cash was building up. It's not just for that one child.
So the cash from the other kids was building up as well. Wow.
Yeah. It's one account. So yeah.
That's significant. So tell me a little bit about your record keeping and how that's worked for you.
Okay. Because we do the distance learning, the video courses, included in the package, I guess, there is an Excel spreadsheet, and that is what I use. I download the Excel spreadsheets at the beginning of the year, and I transfer all the grades every time. And it tells you exactly what you need to grade, because you don't have to grade every single page, but it gives you that structure so that you can put it in and it's already weighted, and you just put the grades in. And at the end of the year, the kids who aren't in the Academy of Home Education, you do turn in your grades, and I just send it to them, and then they print out a report card. The kids who don't have that, I print out those spreadsheets and I put them in a file, and I'm done. So it's actually very...
Do you have some choices then, which ones you grade, how you grade them? And also, if you're in the Academy of Home Education, do you have some of that flexibility as well?
Yes, absolutely. Because if you don't put in a grade, it just pretends like it's not even there. So you can choose which ones you want. With the Academy of Home Education, I think they want 3/4 of the year done and they want as much of that spreadsheet. I try to fill it all in, but I think there is some give and take. I'm a box checker. So I've tried to fill in all the boxes, but I do know there is some leniency there. But I don't know what the bottom line is.
That's okay because it's working for you. And you're the kind of mom that is a checkbox mom. I'm the same way. But I know that there are other moms who struggle with record keeping, who really don't enjoy structure. And so they appreciate having the Academy of Home Education because it forces them in some ways, in a pleasant way, to keep that structure. At least for them, they have that confidence of knowing that, hey, look, everything that I need to do is being done. Someone's keeping a watchful eye over me. And I can certainly be flexible in my lessons and pick and choose, but I have the confidence that everything is being done in a right way. And I think that's encouraging to parents as well, that you have some variety and some flexibility in that.
Right.
So how would somebody go about finding out about the Academy of Home Education? What's your recommendation for that?
Well, there's two things. There's the website, of course, you can go and all the forms are there to fill out. You can also contact your homeschool homeworks consultant, and she would have the information and could talk to you and give you the forms that you need to fill out and talk you through, make sure you're getting exactly what you need to do and give you more information about it. When you sign up, there's a one-time application fee, and that includes an achievement test. And once that application has gone through and they've taken the achievement test, you'll get the letter saying, welcome to the Academy of Home Education. And it's tiered. The first child is $175, and then they tier it down. For a second child, it's $140, and then the next child, every child after that, is $125 a year. And it's been a great resource for us. We have really, I want to tell you about, they have a junior class trip, and that has been a life changer for my oldest. He was, like I said, we're looking at Air Force Academy. He wants to fly. He wants to go in the Air Force. He loves that structure. He thinks he wants to be career Air Force man. That's his dream. And I was like, well, if you want to fly, we're going to go. He came home from that junior class trip and said, Mom, I know you went to Bob Jones. I really want to go to Bob Jones. I met these really neat people, and they treated me, they give the Academy of Home Education people go all out. They take them on excursions. They went to Fillmore. They went on horseback riding. They did all these fun things. But there was 11 kids, and they got together, and my son has made lifetime friends. Like they text each other. They're on a Hangouts group. I mean, it really has made a difference in his life. And I'm just excited for him. I really think that the Lord's going to use this to really shape and mold him, and he's going to get a Christian education. And I appreciate that. So
that's amazing. And the thing too is, if those kids do end up in college together, they automatically have friends that have been homeschooled, and they already have those similarities and those experiences. So that's a neat extra. I was going to mention too that we do have information in our catalog. It's about 2/3 of the way through that you can look for. But I think your suggestion to talk to a consultant, I think, is always the best, because this is a mom who's used it. It can give you practical information. So if you're interested in dual credit, interested in the Academy of Home Education, please contact Esther. We'll put her information in the thread, as well as the links to those items in the thread as well. But you can contact any consultant that is using the Academy of Home Education. I'll get a short list together. And if you want to contact our page, I can connect you with one. But I think it's been very beneficial. And I think what's encouraging to me is not only for the mom that you have security, but this is a new thing for your son. There's a lot of benefits for him. And I appreciated hearing about that. So, well, congratulations on his graduation. When is his graduation date?
June 11th, and they have a big ceremony there at Hopkins, and they come and they give them a diploma. And actually, we talk to them, and this is really fun. His certificate for the Air Force ROTC, they're going to have a representative there, and they're going to present it at the graduation. So,
wow, what a wonderful benefit.
We contacted them, and the ROTC people gave us the option, and I contacted Academy of Home Education, and they're like, we'd be glad to do that. So that was neat.
Yeah. That is neat. And I know that there are people locally. I live not very far from Bob Jones University. I know there are homeschoolers who live locally who are part of the Academy of Home Education. There are some that are within the states like you. And also my brother-in-law and his wife, their 4 children were homeschooled using BJU Press through the Academy of Home Education, and they were missionaries outside of the country, and they still participated. They did not come to the States for their graduation, but they participated in all of the other events that they had, and it was a wonderful blessing to them. They had that diploma. They were part of a group. There was that structure for mom. Again, she was so far away, and she still had that structure to make sure her kids were graduated. So this can work for somebody local, somebody out of state, or even internationally. So I really appreciate you spending the time doing that. And we want to see some pictures of his graduation when it's completed on Facebook. Okay. Wonderful. Well, listen, lots of great comments here. I appreciate everyone asking questions and talking about the accountability, about the benefits of Academy of Home Education. A lot of good comments there, and so we're thankful for that. At any event, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at a convention, Lord willing, in another month or so, and also on social media.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.